Hey there, Ramon with you here, and in this video I've got a simple yet effective way to create power and topspin on your forehand. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun. Let's get started. So right out of the gate, if you've been having any trouble at all creating power or topspin on your shots, let me be the first to tell you it's not your fault. You've probably been told a lot of different things by different people about what goes into creating power and topspin, and it's really easy to get overwhelmed by that. So we're going to eliminate all of the stuff that really is maybe supplemental to how to create power and topspin, and we're going to focus on just the contact zone itself. And we're going to keep this really simple. And basically, when we talk about power, all we're talking about is that the racket is traveling through the ball. It's traveling through the ball. And generally, this is what we want to do unless you're trying to get your doubles partner back for that time they beamed you in the back. And when we talk about creating power, there's basically two ways to do that. This is a little more complicated, but for today, all we're going to focus on is first is the rotation of the body. So you can see here without moving my arm at all, if I just keep my arm in one fixed place and I focus on the rotation of my hips into the shot, my hips and torso, it's going to create forward momentum out of the racket and it's going to cause the ball to go forward. Now the second thing is the swing of the arm itself. So if we think about the arm going through the ball, this is another way to get the racket kind of going forward through the shot, right? It's kind of a sneaky tactic if we start to combine these two things together. So what we're going to do to create power is focus on the rotation of the body and the forward momentum of the swing. Okay, so, and then if we think about topspin, if you've seen any of my other videos, I can't talk today, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that the only way to reliably produce topspin is by having the racket face going low to high as we approach the ball. That's what causes the ball to create topspin. And there's a few ways we can do this. Okay, so the first way, really there's four ways. The first way is with our legs. Okay, you can see, if I stand in front of the eye coach here, that as I bend my knees, the racket naturally, without changing anything else, goes from low to high. This is also a spectacular dance move if you're ever hitting the clubs that I don't recommend you do. Okay, so the racket's going low to high here. Okay, now the second way is if we come from our shoulder. Okay, so if I'm moving up from my shoulder this way, now the racket again is moving low to high. So this is another way to create that low to high motion that's ultimately going to create topspin. And then the next way is to have your elbow. If you bend at the elbow here, now the racket once again is traveling low to high, and it's a little bit more across the ball, a little bit more of the windshield wiper that you probably heard before. But again, that racket face generally is going low to high. And then the last way is if we just use our wrist. So we have four ways to create the upward motion of the racket, which is going to produce topspin. So to create power and topspin, we want the racket traveling through the ball as well as below to over the ball, or from low to high. That's what we're trying to do here. Incidentally, I remember when I first started playing tennis at 16, watching some guys hit, and at the time I was just literally slapping at the ball and hitting it as hard as I could and hoping that it would go into the court. But I was watching these really high-level players play, and I remember them just ripping the ball, just absolutely just ripping through the ball, and they're creating these so cool-looking shots that had a ton of topspin on them. And I always wanted to be able to do that, so it's great that we can actually do that now. So if we focus on combining these things together, which is, as remember, the power is a result of our torso or our hips coming through the ball along with the forward momentum of our arm, and we combine that with our legs, shoulder, elbow, and wrist, we have a way to produce powerful topspin shots. Okay, so that would look something like this. So we're going to turn this way, and we're not taking the full take back and producing the full swing here. We're just getting an idea of the contact zone here. So if we bend our knees and we focus on coming up through the ball and really coming over the ball with our shoulders, elbow, and wrist, as we rotate and drive through the ball, we're going to have a heavy looking shot. And it looks something like this. And I hit the black part there, but you get the idea of the racket coming up and over the ball as we drive through the shot. So here we have 3 fancy looking tennis balls here. We're actually going to hit a few now. And what we're going to do is we're going to combine the rotation with the forward motion of our arm with our legs and our joints in our arm to create the topspin. And we should have some pretty cool looking shots here. So let's take a look at what that looks like. See if I can actually make them in here. You can see getting a lot of topspin on these balls. And by the way, it feels really good to hit those balls. And I think you'll have a great time with this too. Thanks so much for watching this video. I had a great time making it for you, as I enjoy making every video for you. If you like this video, do me a favor and just click the like button and let me know in the comments what you'd like to see in the next video so I can make it for you and help you out. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss next week's lesson. So as we mentioned in this video, there's a lot of pieces that can go into creating topspin and power on your forehand. And I've done something very special for you. I've created a training program that is 3 videos long that will literally show you the exact steps that you need to take in order to build a forehand into a consistent weapon with topspin and power. And you can have that for free just by clicking the link in the upper right hand corner and going over to my website and grabbing that. So click the link, head on over there, grab those 3 free training videos I made for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Like it was going to go, but